The village Arendelle in Frozen was inspired by the most gorgeous town in Central Europe. And today I'll take you there. Welcome to a brand new episode of Wout of the World. And today you're still joining me on an epic road trip across Europe to find hidden gems. And we just crossed the border from the Czech Republic into Austria to find the next one, which is Hallstatt. A village that you will find on every list of the most beautiful villages across the world. Let's discover it. And this isn't the first gem that we come across on this road trip through Europe. We started with some wonders in Germany and crossed the border into Poland exploring colored lakes. From the incredible historic town of Krakow, we drove to Zakopane for Europe's most idyllic mountain lake. Up next was Moravia, the fairy tale land in eastern Czechia with Europe's most perfect hidden castle. We had the time of our lives. In a beautiful Czechia, but the road trip through Europe carries on, of course. I'll see you guys in Austria. After a last meal on this side, we crossed the border again. And what we find is the most picturesque alpine village tucked away in the most stunning mountain pass. It took us 4 to 5 hours to drive all the way over here from the east of the Czech Republic. But we're here in Hallstatt now. And this is one of the most beautiful places, as I told you, and one of the most photographed spots in the entire world. Because this village is squeezed in between the high mountain peaks and a pristine lake. We got a couple of days here, so let's do some exploring. As we drive around the lake, we have fantastic views. And 10 minutes from famous Hallstatt is another UNESCO heritage town where we spent the night. Cloistered in injustice, dead in the iron time. Nobody is losing. Faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. We sleep just on the other side of Hallstatt here in Obertraun. And we're staying there at a fantastic little inn we found there. Actual alpine houses here. Let's settle. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. We have the coziest place here, right next to the lake. Obertraun is a typical place where time stood still. A significant life, just what it was needed. Clean in the blackest night. We see more chickens than people and come across the charming historic Alpine train station. And in the eyes of time, nobody's losing. aren't too many restaurants. But hey, one really great one is enough though. Oh boys, what did we have a lovely sleep here in the mountains in a place called Obertraun. And it's also kind of a big fat tip because just on the other side of Hallstatt everything's a lot cheaper. We slept here for 60 euros, while on the other side it's at least 150 a night. But now of course we go to the other shore and see the beautiful place of Hallstatt. Wow guys. Yes, it's time to visit the village now that inspired Disney for their most popular movie of the century. Welcome to Arendelle. Did you know that over here in Hallstatt, in Austria, is the oldest salt mine in the world? There's been salt mining over here for 7,000 years, and they actually named the age and the civilization after this little place. It was called the Iron Age Hallstatt culture. It's hard to miss this little fact, by the way, when we enter the village. How dreamy are these surroundings? Time to send out the drone.
I don't know what it means, but there's a smile upon your face.
Historically only accessible by boat, Hallstatt is a living monument and one of the oldest inhabited places in Europe.
And they say if you want a glimpse the future you need to
Hidden away in the Dachstein Alps, the village of only 800 people is often considered the most beautiful in the entire world.
Would you follow me to wonders? Take my hand and walk beside me in a world of thunder. Fear is an imposter. When you look at me this
The town of Hallstatt is immensely popular among tourists from all over the world. And that happens to be because of Disney and their town of Arendelle in the film Frozen. It was based upon this town. There is even a waterfall that flows down in the backdrop.
So the days became weeks, it felt just like the night before.
We take a morning stroll around the market square that looks more like a movie set. We paid 10 euros for parking half a day, so we have all the time in the world.
When you left, I was so completely gone, but now I'm sure you were some of the best of things to find. Would you follow me to wonder?
On the lake we see typical wooden boats come and go from the iconic wooden boathouses.
Matters to me, makes me wonder why I can't get over you. When you look at me this way, I find it hard to not give in.
So let's look for the best viewpoint and photo spot in town. In 2020, the mayor of Hallstatt declared a state of emergency when it comes to crowds and tourists. They must diminish tourist numbers, averaging 10,000 sometimes per day. But in the low season this all seems to be solved because it's only a few hundred. A lucky day today for us. Let's go.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was
in 2026, the mass tourism is still a problem, but especially in the peak season. I wanted to show you in this video what the town looks like outside of the summer.
I think it's time for me to go.
And that spreading the crowds really helps to protect the local community. A ticket system is being developed as we speak for better regulation.
Fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may.
We were lucky anyway to enjoy this town so quietly.
Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep.
So we can all agree that this place is incredibly beautiful. It's so pretty that the Chinese actually made a full-size replica of the entire village over there in China in the province of Guangdong. They have the market square and the church, but I think nothing can beat the real thing, right?
Right now, I'm bleeding, an easy kill. Gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way. Fell between the fold, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may.
We conclude the day with some typical Austrian Cremeschnitte on the lakeside terrace, together with a Steinkrug of local beer. We had the most incredible time in Hallstatt, but it's kind of expensive. The food, the parking, the souvenirs, everything here is a lot more expensive than on the other side. So we drive back to Obertraun, the cheap side, and we find the most incredible free playground in Europe. Because the dramatic views all around us are incredible with the mountain peaks and the lake. I'll show you. The surrounding views and constant changing of sunlight on the mountains are the main attractions that we cannot get enough of. And this goes for little Jens too. After Germany, Poland, Czechia and now also Austria, it is time to move on our Europe road trip. We're going to France next. See you there for the baguettes. instead of these Kaiserbrötchen. Also nice, by the way. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's meet up again in France soon. Ciao!